Today, I've created a unique situation where 4 different races will begin their development. Each of them starts with only one creature. They will have 100 units of time, whether it's 100 years or 100 turns, to build their civilizations in complete isolation, separated by high and impenetrable walls. But that's not all. They will have to overcome significant challenges, as each of these civilizations will begin their journey with 5 serious debuffs. These are the Fat One, which slows their movement; the Fool, which limits their intellectual abilities; the Nearsighted, which prevents them from seeing beyond their own nose; the Oppressed, which diminishes their morale and motivation; and the Weak One, which makes them physically vulnerable. All of this is happening in a special era, the Age of Sun, which can bring both warmth and merciless heat. After these 100 units of intense development, the walls will suddenly disappear, opening the way for these civilizations to interact or to conflict. Let's see how they cope with this challenge.
Let's see how the 4 civilizations began their journey in their unique biomes. The humans, civilization, Corontori, established a modest settlement in their jungles. Their first huts were scattered, and their sparse population barely began to develop the territory, struggling with natural limitations and their own debuffs.
Meanwhile, the Orcs, civilization as of glory, founded their settlement in harsh desert conditions. They quickly adapted, constructing primitive structures amidst rocks and bones. Their survival depended on their ability to withstand both external and internal challenges.
The Dwarves, civilization Ogdom Pix, established their first settlement in the Clay Tree biome. They began to develop this territory, building basic huts and laying down the first paths. And the Elves, civilization Orero, founded their settlement in the Crystal biome. They integrated with nature, building their first homes among unique crystalline formations.
After a few minutes of development, we see the first signs of progress and adaptation in each biome.
In their jungles, Corontori expanded slightly. More basic buildings appeared, and the network of paths began to become more organized. This indicated slow but steady growth, despite the difficulties.
In the exhausting desert, As of Glory demonstrated resilience. They continued to build, creating more organized, though still rough, settlements. Their adaptability in challenging conditions was evident. In the lands with clay trees, Ogden Picts showed significant growth. Their settlement expanded noticeably, with new houses and a more developed network emerging. Among their crystal forests, Ororo demonstrated stable growth. Their settlement became denser, with signs of developed agriculture appearing. Nearing the end of their isolation, civilizations showcase their achievements or struggles in their unique environments. Corntori's progress in the jungle territory continued to evolve slowly. Their settlement became slightly denser but remained relatively small. They focused on survival and internal stability without achieving significant breakthroughs. In their desert citadel, As of Glory significantly strengthened its position. Their structures became larger and stronger, indicating successful overcoming of debuffs and the utilization of harsh conditions for reinforcement. In the lands of clay trees, Ogden Picts transformed into a flourishing city. Their buildings became more diverse, and central structures pointed to a well-organized and developed society that successfully overcame initial difficulties. In the crystalline green lands, Orero continued its harmonious development. Their territories were planted with fields, and houses became more numerous and organized, demonstrating prosperity and efficient use of natural resources. Each of these civilizations, having forged its unique path, reached its peak within its borders, believing they were alone. But the time of isolation had run out. The walls suddenly disappeared, opening up a whole new, uncharted world to them. A world where they were not alone. Shocked and bewildered, the peoples discovered that their neighbors had existed all this time. Now the map was unified, and 4 different worlds confronted each other face to face. This was the dawn of a new era, an era of exploration, diplomacy, trade, and perhaps conflict. Will these civilizations be able to coexist, or will their differences lead to a struggle for dominance? The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: the world would never be the same. After initial contacts, diplomacy, and perhaps conflicts, it became clear that it was the elves, civilization Orero, who achieved victory over the other races. This was the dawn of a new era, an era of exploration, diplomacy, trade, and perhaps conflict. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: the world would never be the same.